Hey man, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on. We got Kellan from GOO.
Hey.
Awesome. Well man, thanks for coming in. It's good to have you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly, like this is a question some of us have already been thinking. I thought we'd just like hop straight into it. I know you're a community guy.
Yeah.
We got FIFA in right now.
Yep.
But let's actually take a sidestep to tell us more about DULF. Honestly, let's just dive right into DULF.
Sure. To start this off, I'm in no way like affiliated with DULF. I'm not a part of the organization.
Yeah.
Never have been. I just have seen DULF all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, that's where my curiosity towards DULF began, was seeing it posted up at Green Auto and Redgate, and was like, what is DULF? And for a long time, it just kind of was 4 letters. And the more I saw it, the more curious I got. And so I looked into what DULF was, and DULF stands for the Drug User Liberation Front. And basically, what it was created to do was just regulate drug supply for people of the downtown east side, and then hopefully more than just the downtown east side, but to create a safe supply so people stopped getting exposed to toxic drugs and dying.
Right.
And I think that's like a really good thing to do, is prevent death. And when it comes to harm reduction, I think the first step in reducing harm is like nipping the worst kind of harm, which is death, first, and then you can start there. And I think starting at the top and working your way down is a great place to start. And so DULF was doing it, and successfully as well.
Right.
You know, they had members that used the supply, and they weren't killed. It was a regulated supply. It's a really simple thing, and it worked, obviously, and then it got shut down.
Shut down?
Yeah, like really hard. So where DULF is now is they're in the middle of a legal battle with like the government of Canada. They did a constitutional challenge regarding Canada's drug laws towards like being an entity that supplies safe drugs. But they are being charged.
It's a Section 7 challenge, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the right to life, liberty, and security of the person, and not to be deprived thereof, except for in accordance with the principles of fundamental justice. So they're saying, like, hey, like, by you banning DULF, you're making it so people can't live. You're depriving them of life.
Yeah.
And it was the same argument made in a 2013 case against the PHS, which is a basically they were also providing safe. It wasn't safe supply, but it was a safe injection site.
Yeah.
And the government also shut that down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it was successful. Like that challenge worked. It's something that law students learn about.
Yeah.
That's that challenge.
And so like they're in the middle of a similar situation right now. But legal aid, like the legal fees are through the roof.
Yeah.
And it started with like $300,000 that they were trying to raise, and they like got it pretty quick.
Okay.
But as time went on, it got more and more expensive,
Exactly.
and has gone up to $900,000 plus dollars.
We're about to hit $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. And so like it's just it's hard to watch like in live time.
Yeah.
An organization that's like trying to help people just get buried by who's supposed to help us, which is the government. It's supposed to help us. Like they shouldn't, in the first place, DULF shouldn't need to exist.
Yeah.
Right?
In the first place.
In the first place.
Yeah, it should be a government thing.
You know, it's it's a reaction to a very preventable problem.
Exactly.
And so it just I don't know. I really admire 2 people, Eris and Jeremy, like genuinely putting their lives, their entire futures on the line
To keep it running.
to Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like
To save people.
It's just save
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like they're genuinely heroes for trying to do something so fucking hard, and they just like are not giving up, and it's really admirable. And like, yeah, I don't know. So I just kind of latched on to DULF, and like I want to see them succeed, and like want to do everything in my power to like see them succeed, because I think them succeeding is a good thing. Like it's really simple. Yeah. So
because I know GOO ran a show with DULF, right?
not with.
Not with.
How's that
work? Four. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
It was just a fundraiser.
Oh yeah. Right.
And all GOO did was organize the fundraiser, but like the community that came and supported the show, the bands that played for free.
Right.
You know, the my friend Misty made a bunch of artwork. Like these are all like that's GOO didn't do shit really. Like everyone that showed up did it all, and like everyone that bought a ticket, you know. If we threw a fundraiser and you know nobody showed up, we would have raised whatever money I had in my pocket, right?
Yeah.
So it was and it was awesome. It was really sweet to see everyone show up, and we raised like $1,500. And I'm throwing a birthday show on Sunday, July 5th, and it's going to be just a round 2, just trying to get as much money as we can raised up, sending it straight to DULF, and hoping that we're helping. You know, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Isn't that your own birthday?
My own, yeah.
Oh,
It's, yeah. My birthday, it's called Kelfest,
Ooh,
and it's
nice.
A few bands on it, and we're just gonna do another 100% proceeds fundraiser towards DULF.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, tell me more about your music journey then.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really lucky. I was born into a really musical family. Actually, really, it's just my dad that's musical.
Oh, yeah.
My dad's a sax player.
Nice.
And so at a very young age, I was exposed to music. Literally since like I was born, I was exposed to music, and my dad would play all these different like jazz fests and blues fests, and I grew up around that. And so like I've always been around music, but I never really like played it for a long time. And then I started dabbling into, because like there was just instruments around, so I started playing with them and just started making music in like high school, and would just get lost. We had like a big setup in the garage. I had like a PA system and like my dad's old guitar and his guitar amp, and I bought myself a keyboard, and I was just sitting there for hours and just, you know, dick around, and it was the best, you know, but I never thought anything of it. I didn't realize at the time what I was doing, which was like creating and having an actual outlet. Right. At the time, it literally just felt like I was just sitting in a garage, just like I didn't realize I was helping myself so much, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would do that. Never really collaborate with others. I was never really in a band. Then I was in a band in high school that was just a garage cover band, pretty much, and we called ourselves Darts and Brewskis.
Oh yeah.
And
That's a good name, actually.
it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. We loved drinking beer and smoking cigarettes and smoking weed, and it was the best ever. And we won the talent show in high school, and my principal had to sign a certificate to Darts and Brewskis for getting first place to the talent show. And like, I thought that was peak. I genuinely thought that was peak for music. And then Darts and Brewskis broke up because I mean, it really was only an excuse to get blackout drunk all the time as a young lad. Yeah.
Many such.
Yeah, exactly. And then for a long time after that, I didn't make music collaboratively. Again, I wrote a lot of music solo, but never performed it, never recorded it. And then, you know, the more music I made and the more I listened back to it, the more I realized how much I used it as an outlet when I actually listened to what I was saying. Because like the way I used to write, and actually the way I still do write, is like just sit down and like freestyle a song out of my brain, and like if I'm lucky I'm recording it and catch the idea, and then I can go back and work on it. But then I was in a band, so yeah, did my solo thing for a long time. Played my first solo show, I think it was 2024. That was my first time performing like a professional set of my own music. Like I've played parties and whatever, but like this was the first time I had like a ticketed event, and it was at my friend's vintage store called Forest Era, right next to the Heatley in Vancouver.
Oh yeah,
it's sick.
Oh,
a really sick place.
Yeah,
Forest Era Vintage.
We're down there.
Yeah,
What's
shout
it
out
called?
Courtney. Forest Era. It's like FORASTERA. Yeah, and it's super tiny. Like a sold out show there is like 30 people. Like but it's like the sweetest, like cutest venue in the world. Anyways, played my first show there. My fucking dad and my girlfriend at the time invited my dad to like come watch and surprise me. So sweet. And that was like the beginning of performing in Vancouver.
Nice.
Actually, no.
Oh yeah.
That was no. I gotta rewind. In 2022, for like 7 months, I was in a band called Griller with my best friend Spencer and his brother Mac. And then Griller ended up breaking up after like a pretty good run of shows. Like our favorite show, or at least my favorite show we played, we opened up for a band, local band, they're still active, called Weightless.
Oh yeah.
They're sick.
Yeah, Weightless is nice.
Weightless is awesome,
Yeah.
and there's another band there that I'm now still friends with, Too Much of Anything.
Oh,
that was where it all began, and that was like my first like dip toe into the music scene here. And but GOO.
Yeah, what led to GOO then?
Years and years of substance abuse and depression and anxiety led to GOO. So GOO's a different thing. So GOO started in my old home studio in the basement studio I used to live in with my girlfriend at the time. And it started as any other songs I've ever made. Just sitting, recording songs with no intention of releasing or like genuinely mixing or anything. Like no intention behind it at all.
Yeah.
But I made like these 5 songs, and something about them was a little bit different. And at the time, I was sober from alcohol, but I was still heavily using drugs. My drugs of choice were cocaine and MDMA. Yeah, man. And like, was definitely abusing them, no matter how much I said I wasn't. I was in control. No, I wasn't. Typical.
Yeah.
So I was just making songs, and that sounded cool. And I always do this thing where I write the song, but I don't listen to what I'm saying. I don't listen to myself. And then way later in the future, I listen back and I'm like, holy shit, I was suffering.
Right.
I was not doing well. And so GOO started as 5 demos that I listened back on after I had sobered up and was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, dude. Like, you weren't doing great, but now you're doing better. And so GOO is based on like my transition from like my constant, like I started drinking alcohol at 12 years old, started using coke at like 15, on and off, never felt like I had a problem, knew I had a problem with drinking, but wouldn't admit it. And like, so years, a decade long struggle with it. And finally, I had conquered it
Yeah.
enough to be able to be stronger than the addictions. And the longer GOO went on, the more it meant to me that like my sobriety and GOO go hand in hand, and like it has now become like kind of everything to me, and like my safe haven. This band, it like keeps me here, and like keeps me sound, and like keeps me thinking and confident, and so I don't want to say the band keeps me sober, but it keeps me just so aware of myself, and it's pure catharsis.
Yeah.
GOO. And so like I have finally channeled all the anger and frustration that I had over years and years and years and years and years, and like instead of just hurting myself, I can channel it into something creative, which is GOO.
Yeah.
And it's again, like I said, pure catharsis. I let it all out every single time, and it's like I'm talking to who I was, and I'm talking to my old self out of anger and frustration, but also out of like consideration and kindness and love. You know,
Yeah.
like I 3.5 years ago would have never thought I would be where I am today, when it, not just musically, but like when it comes to life and my substance abuse issues and my grapple on depression and anxiety, and like just all this. Like I would not have ever thought that I would finally get there, like genuinely.
Yeah.
And like now I'm here, and I like GOO is a celebration of but also a consideration of all of that stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Sharing the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. I like to stay honest about that stuff.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other members of GOO, how they come into the picture?
Okay, so the first member of GOO is this dude named Jack McDonald.
Oh yeah.
He was the first person I approached to like join GOO as a project when I decided to go from
Solo.
bedroom demos with no intention to being like, oh wait, this can actually be something that I share, put on stage if I actually put in the work. So he was the first person that I approached, and he was the drummer. And then I approached my best friend Spencer that I was in Griller with.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, do you want to play bass for me? He's like, hell yeah. And I was like, sick. And then I was like, I want another guitarist and maybe somebody that could scream. So we had this dude named Jono, that was Jack's friend. And so that was the first formation. That was the first GOO.
Okay.
And it was a good start, but like I think I was also full blown manic at the time.
Oh.
And like kind of like so overly positive, and so like to the point where like Spencer was like kind of concerned, and my friends were kind of concerned because like you're like really excited and ambitious, and it seems like there's no ground. I was like, nah man, like I'm good. And like I felt good, but I was definitely manic. But the reality is I was right about GOO the whole time, and all the excitement was based as hell, but definitely was manic. So I think that might have scared off, because like I was like sending random voice notes, being like, guys, like next band practice, dude, like I'm bringing journals and we're all gonna like write down shit, dude. And like I'm saying the shit like on a drive home from work. It just pops in my head and I'm sending a voice note. And like, dude, in all reality, like if I was dealing with that, it's just like, dude, Godspeed but deuces, you know? And like and so Spenny ended up, and like that might not be the reason, but like Spenny ended up, you know, parting ways, and like all love to him, glad that he was honest with me. Right. Then Jono, after a little bit, he was in a band called Each Other's Mothers, and I think that was like his main thing. And he eventually separated, so it was like, okay, now it's just me and Jack. And Jack, 10 toes down, stuck with me.
Yeah.
He just latched on and like just really, he was just there with me, man. And like that meant the world to me. And so I put out an ad for a bass player. And this one dude, I forget what his name even was, but he had his own 5-string bass that he built.
Damn.
Sick.
Wait, what?
And he was a sick player, like so dope, but like too good. Too good to the point, like, because I am not classically trained and hardly even know what notes I'm playing, and like need help from somebody that knows how to communicate musically.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, I think he was just too, like, no, I don't want to be like he wasn't a dick or anything.
Yeah.
He was just too fucking good. Like, he was just too good. Like, yeah, but like not in the like. So my current bassist Eric came into the picture after him because like that guy didn't really work out, and so I had in, and he just nailed it. And like when I say good, like he's amazing. He is an amazing bassist, and like we clicked pretty quickly, and me, Jack, and him kind of clicked pretty good together as a band, and also as a 3-piece. And I was like, 3 works, and I stuck with it.
Nice.
And so, yeah, Eric came into the picture. I had met his entire previous band except Eric. It was really funny. He was just around, but I didn't meet him. I met his entire band, Doom Loops, at the time at Unreal City Fest. Shout out Unreal City Fest. That festival kicked so much ass, and it was like the first festival I went to in Vancouver, and my mind was fucking blown. That first bill was insane.
Unreal?
Like at the time, it was, hey. Yeah, it was unreal. Anyways, back to the bandmates. So Eric joined the band, and like that was GOO for the first time.
Nice.
And that's when, like, for the first time we were able to keep something moving. And we had Jack offered up his space for us to practice in, which is like a room this size.
Yeah.
It was loud and crammed and awesome, and right outside of Green Auto, so that was cool too.
Oh, sick!
Yeah. There's a lot of awesome bands that are in that space too. So yeah, we practiced. Finally built like a set, and this is around the time that I discovered and looked into DULF and stuff, and started getting interested in that and them, and started building a set kind of revolving around my own struggles and the struggles that I see around me, and like I wanted to build like a performance set. And the boys like saw my vision and stuck with me, and like we actually made a cohesive set and got to debut it at Green Auto Fest last year, which was so fucking cool. And we got to play our first show together as GOO, and it was amazing, man. And like we were all at this, I was talking about this the other week, and it's just so funny, the lineup. We were on the same lineup. Do you know Spank Williams?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same lineup as Spank Williams, which is hilarious because like light years apart sonically, but like just so killer. And that's like the beauty of the scene here, and like Green Auto especially is like you can really just make anything work together. So played our first show as Jack, Eric, and Kellan, and as time went on, GOO became a little more demanding. We were getting more shows, and Jack at the time, being a drummer, was getting pulled everywhere because he's
very in demand.
High demand, and he's a very talented drummer as well. And so like he's a hot commod, and I think he just like he very respectfully was like, "Yo, like I gotta split," and you know it was really hard at first because like it was the first GOO member, man, and like he stuck with me, And it was for a long time, and it was just so cool of him to do that for me, and then to approach me just so respectfully and like part ways with the project. Like Sean's so right, it was so quick, and played our last gig with him in October of last year, and then put out. I didn't want GOO to stop, and so I would not let it, and I put out an ad for another drummer. And had a few hits on that. Actually, Quinn from Chronic Fatigue hit us up. Yeah. And I was like super interested.
Crap,
I was like, Quinn, let's do it. And the second in line was Ryan and Andrews. You're never second. You just were the second there, Ryan. If you're listening to this, Quinn hit me up first. Yeah. So... but then Quinn, like the day before his like audition, was just like, honestly, I don't think I can make it work because Chronic Fatigue is so busy and demanding.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so I gave the next dude in line a shot, and I had met him briefly at Green Auto's New and Known, and he was playing in another band, and we were on the same bill technically, and. What were they called? Brassica. Anyways, he was the drummer for that band, and he came to the GOO audition, and the demos that I sent him, he nailed like immediately. Like halfway through the first song, I was like, "This is the guy."
Damn.
And like, not only was he like such a killer player, he was just such a nice dude.
Yeah, just meshes with the band.
Just immediately walked in the room, and I was like, "This guy's really nice and sweet," and like he can play the drums so good, like so good, and like yeah, again, he nailed the demos I sent him, which was really fucking cool. And so yeah, like in that audition, in that moment, I was like, "You're so in if you want," and he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Sick."
Perfect.
And so that is when like GOO, like this version of GOO, the current version of GOO, and what I think may be the only version of GOO. Like if one of these guys split, I don't know if I could go on.
Oh, wow.
You know, like this, like they just mean the world to me.
It's like the final party's been formed.
Yeah, and like it wouldn't be the same with anybody else at this point. It's just it's finally like it's become so much. It's so important. It's so much fun. In that audition, I had a riff that I was working on and like some kind of lyrics and whatever, and that's when we wrote the song we just released, Signs. We fucking made a song in the first like 20 minutes of being in a room together, and that was another telltale. It was just like boom, like sick, like yeah, man. And so that's why I wanted to record and release that song first too. Is like that was the one we made together, you know. So yeah, that's the bandmates, man. Side note, we're in another band. It's GOO, us three, plus two others, Felix and Greg. We're in a band called Weather Boy. It's Ryan's baby. Instead of drumming, he plays guitar and sings and writes killer fucking songs. Big shout out. I get to just play guitar and do nothing but play guitar and smile and have fun. And like not be so serious for fucking once on a stage. And
You do the light work?
Yeah, it's 100%. I do the light work, and it's awesome. You know, it is really good.
It sounds like Ryan's like a musical weapon.
He's a musical weapon. He's a hell of a. It's so funny. He just blows me out of the water as a guitarist. He's. Like, when your drummer's a better guitar player than you, it's just really funny. I think it's hilarious. I've got my own charms, right? Like, I'm really good at making noise. But yeah, no, Ryan's a freak, but also Eric is also an absolute weapon too. Like that dude can you give him a song, any song with any inflections that are like really unique to that song that like some people won't even hear, and he'll catch that and play it. Like say he's covering or he's filling in for another band or something, it's amazing to see. So like, yeah, shouts out to the band. Literally, this band would not exist at all. It would just be an idea. It would just be files in a folder if it wasn't for these guys.
Yeah.
So I love you guys. I'm sure you're here, but I get it. I get it. Yeah, that's GOO.
Well, you know what? We'll have you all together.
Yeah.
On July 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you guys ever played the Cobalt though? As GOO?
No.
No. So first time at Cobalt.
Very excited. Yeah,
Interesting.
really
Yeah.
excited,
There we
and
go.
really appreciate you guys reaching out and having us on. Genuinely like stoked. Like it's gonna be a really fun night. Like having the opportunity to play the Cobalt and not have to be the one to do the work is sick. So thank you guys so much.
No worries.
Yeah, man. Yeah, very excited. Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about your music life and your past and everything. Tell us more about, like, I guess, outside of music. I heard you're a carpenter.
Yeah.
You got a motorcycle.
Yep.
Our
Pretty
social
badass.
media manager, Victoria, over here. She
Yeah.
wants to be you when she grows up.
I did not say that! We were joking about that, dude!
No. I get it. Being a motorcycle riding carpenter is cool. Yeah. No, Victoria and I were talking about being in the trades, and like, that's a great place to go if you want to be able to fund your life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the trades are like kind of almost a guarantee. Like if you're kind of smart and like driven and like your body works pretty well, you can make decent money doing work. It's hard on the body, but if you find something that you find even half-ass interesting, it's awesome. So carpentry, I actually adore, and I build decks. For some reason, I found building decks very intriguing and enjoyable, and I just latched onto building decks, and that's all I do is build decks. Yeah, and it's great. Pays well, but it's killer on the body. Like my lower back pain, I'm 28 going on 29, and I am afraid, genuinely afraid of like the next 10 years.
Yeah.
But I know I'm also not doing shit to help my body. I'm not stretching. I'm not doing physio. I could be doing that. So if you take care of yourself, you can also thrive pretty hard in the trades. I am just not doing that. So yeah, carpenter by trade, not ticketed too. That's another thing. Yeah, I never went to school for
You didn't?
for carpentry.
Oh.
No.
How did you start?
Yeah.
Then?
So I went to school. I went to university for theater production in 2018.
Nice.
Wow.
Had never done theater production before that. Had never been. What's that?
When did you decide to do that as well?
I went
That's awesome.
to McEwen University in Edmonton. That's where I'm from.
Yeah,
Originally,
yeah.
is just outside of Edmonton. So my dad opened a fucking. He was the first ever vape shop like in West Canada.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude. Shout out Vapor Choice. That was my first job, dude. Yeah, sick.
That's a pretty cool dad lore.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Guess what my dad
I could
did?
do a whole separate podcast on how awesome my dad is and how much I fucking love him.
That's gonna be your B-side.
Yeah, seriously.
We should have had you on Father's Day.
Yeah, straight up. No,
We
yeah,
can bring him here.
yeah. Well, he's in Alberta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out Dan the Sax Man. So yeah, he opened up a vape shop, and that was my first job, and like, it was fine. It was working at a vape shop.
Yeah.
And like, I was there for like 2 or 3 years, and like, one day I was just scrolling. I was like, university's the thing people do. I'm gonna do the thing, but what do I do? And I was just scrolling McEwen University, and I stumbled across theater production, and I was like, what's this? And like, I just read like the synopsis on what it was,
Yeah.
and like, I just saw like one pathway is being an audio engineer for touring bands. And I was like, that's cool, and applied and got in. And like the most exposure I had, I went to a sports high school.
Yeah.
Like our drama program was like sad.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It existed.
It existed, but it was not cared for. And like, it showed. And yeah, so like, didn't really have, but I was like, this sounds sick, and I just threw myself into it, and like, it was awesome. But like, it was also in 2018, 2-year diploma, graduated at the beginning of COVID. And like, our final play for theater production got called off. We were gonna do Legally Blonde.
Oh, nice.
Fucking sick, dude. Like, the set design was so dope. I spent so much time building these like Greek pillars, like these columns out of wood and like high density insulation, like purple, sick stuff. Like, and
that's
got to be
cool.
so creative with it. It was so cool. And then it got called off, and it was so sad and shitty. And so, but in that program, that's where I got exposed to carpentry. Aside from like building skate park ramps when I was a kid and like shitty, fucked up, like kind of carpentry. This is the first time I was exposed to like a shop. And I loved it, dude. I loved building. I had a passion for it, and like I hadn't had a passion for something that didn't hurt me too much, like skateboarding, snowboarding, drugs, and alcohol, for a long time. So I was like, this is sick. And so I latched onto it. I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a scenic carpenter. That's what it's called when you build sets for theater or like film and stuff. Anyways, then COVID made my dreams disappear, and I actually left Edmonton and moved to Vancouver and got a job as a carpenter's helper.
Nice.
And so I was as green as you can be. That means I had no idea what the hell I was doing and no exposure to it at all. And they just like kind of taught me some things, but I couldn't figure anything out. But I just stuck with it, and like, that company let me go one day before my 3-month probation.
No way.
So they didn't have to give me severance.
Damn,
Just gross
bro.
shit,
That's
you know?
That's evil.
Evil. But, you know, I wasn't going to let that knock me down.
Welcome to Vancouver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking assholes. Yeah. Chad, you're an asshole. And his name was Chad. Yeah. Fucking dick. Shout out Cody, though. I know you'll never see this, but Cody was my foreman, and he was really nice. Really nice to me. I was just a kid, and he helped me. I still see him around sometimes, which is cool. So anyways, then I got another job, construction company, and we were like framing decks, and like I learned how to lay out like a ledger board, which is like what your deck sits on, it attaches to the building on. Learned how to lay that out. I was like, I deserve more money. I want more responsibility. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, but I was genuinely faking it till I was making
That's
it.
how you do it, though.
Dude, got the raise, got more responsibility, got thrown to the wolves, built these decks like shit. Like, it was like 6 stacks, like they were built strong, but wrong. So it was like 6 decks high, 2 inches out of square by the top of it. Anyways, messed up. Was with that company for 2 years, got up to like about a lead, and then quit that job because it was a nightmare, and the boss was also an asshole that didn't pay overtime, did all sorts of shit, took advantage of the naive people that don't
you can't
know
not
their
pay
rights.
over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't not pay overtime.
Yeah, I mean you can. It's just very illegal.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can.
I hate to see that. Just how many people get screwed over like that.
Yeah,
They
man.
just don't know any better.
So that's something to watch out for. Is like, if you're young, make sure you know your rights as a worker.
Yeah.
So you don't get burned.
Yeah.
Like it is a quick Google search. Like, what are my rights as an employee under this company? And you know everything. And like, don't fucking take shit like from employers, because there are good employers out there, and like you don't have to stay with the shitty employer. Like, there's, especially in the trades, like I'm speaking with the blinders of being in the trades, there's a lot of work. So I do have options to jump around a bit. Anyways, never went to school for it, just jumped into the trade and like learned, and then found a niche. That's another thing about carpentry, is like carpentry is, there's fucking cabinet installers, cabinet builders, there's set builders, furniture makers, there's framers, there's dudes that just do decks, there's dudes that just do renovations. So like there's, and I'm saying dudes, there's people. Everyone's a dude to me.
Yeah.
But there's people that you just, if you find your niche, you can run with it. You don't have to go to school. But the nice thing about going to school is you get your ticket.
You get a piece of paper.
You get the piece of paper saying I'm worth this much money.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've got the confidence to just know my worth.
Yeah.
And ask for it.
Yeah.
That's another thing out there, people. Know your worth and get what you're worth because you're worth it. Fuck yeah.
No such thing as unskilled labor.
Exactly. Damn fucking right. Oh my god. You said it really good. There is no such thing as unskilled labor. Absolutely. And if you like kind of menial tasks, like genuinely like pushing a room and like cleaning it up after people and whatever, and you don't care and you can just like be at peace with that, it pays really good money to clean up shit on a construction site, and that can help fund whatever the hell you want. Victoria.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's work.
Yeah.
That's work. Plays, it's all music for me, man, nowadays. Like, I have my motorcycle and I love riding it.
Yeah. How
And
long
I
have
ride,
you been riding that? Or just motorcycles in general?
2 or 3 years I've been riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I made a really big financial owie with this motorcycle. I'm still paying it off at 18%. Fine, yo, dude, I think I was probably manic at that time too.
Oh no.
But I scored a really bad deal. So be mindful of
Know your rights.
know your rights and don't fucking. That's another funny thing about addiction, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's not just substances. Spending money for those dopamine hits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's serious, man. And like I still struggle with it. Like it's getting spend happy and stuff just wee. It's fun. So like be mindful of that shit, man. Like, yeah. But yeah, motorcycles are sick. But like you don't need to get the expensive one if you do want to get into motorcycles. 2 wheels and a motor, man, that's all you need. Not the fucking Ducati, man. God damn.
It's cool though.
It's so cool.
We pulled in and we're like, holy shit, that's a cool ass motorcycle.
Yeah, and that's that's what drew me to it too. Is like I saw that bike and I was like, that is cool, man. And like I want only that. I had to get it. That's the same thing when I got the Jaguar that I play on stage. That was
It's also cool.
It's cool, but impulsive as hell. I was just looking up guitars, like what guitars do this style of music play, this and that, before I was like gonna buy my first. And like it was just Jaguar. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna get a Jaguar with no actual care in the world why. I was like, it's what everyone's playing, it's cool. And I walked in along with Glade, saw one on the wall. I was like, that one's sweet. I was like, I'll take that. Didn't play it. Didn't do anything. It was fucking $2,000, man. And I was literally like, I'll take it.
Oh my god.
I'll finance it. Luckily, they don't have super predatory financing along McWade, but it's still fucking just
Holy crap.
yeah. But again, I don't regret it because especially the guitar, that thing, like that has inspired me so much. That guitar. Anyways, I have a lovely girlfriend named Kate, and we spend a lot of time together.
Oh, that's nice.
Shout out Kate.
How long have you guys been together?
Officially, like since January.
Nice.
We've been seeing each other since like August of last year.
Nice.
But I fell in love really quick, and we fell in love with each other really quick. And I first said I love you on November 30th of last year, and so that's when I'm like, that's when we started like, because like I admitted the thing.
Like,
Yeah. So I think come somewhat in a year's time, her and I are gonna have to discuss what, because it's either that or January 1st, and I don't want, for some reason, the first of the year to be an anniversary. It's weird. I also, why do I care?
That.
I don't know.
I get that.
Anyways.
Yeah.
You want like your own day.
Yeah,
January
exactly.
1st,
I was
the
born
new
July
year.
2nd too, so I'm overshadowed by Canada
Canada
fucking
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Boom!
You guys should have your own.
You have the same birthday as my dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's a common birthday. Like I've met like a good handful of people with
I know
July
3
2nd.
people.
That's
actually.
what was happening 9 months before that? What was happening?
July, August, September? Is that?
No, you're gonna come backwards.
No,
Yeah, I
July,
am counting
June.
backwards.
Oh.
Oh no, you're not. You're right. Wait. Because well, 9 plus 3 is 12, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up.
Fucking
I'm
ask
gonna
me.
shut up.
I'm a carpenter, but like
May,
we
April,
deal with inches, not months.
February.
November, actually. Wait, you're right.
Yeah.
Are you?
It's like kind of Christmas, like December, like kind of September,
Well, Christmas
November.
plus 6.
Yeah.
October.
I guess nothing really was going
Yeah,
on
nothing.
except like
Yeah.
a bunch of people were fucking.
Yeah.
There's not, it's the cold months. There's not much to do.
Yeah.
You're inside all day, man.
Shouts
Three
out.
times Halloween era.
Oh yeah, that's true. Good times.
Yeah, shouts out to my parents for
Times.
boning.
That's
I can clip this. So
Yeah.
Don't clip.
Yeah, that's the whole, everything from this whole interview is just that. Like you just scrap the rest.
Give me the teaser.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Shout out to my parents for boning. Fuck. That's funny.
That's
man.
you know, there's a band Dystopia. They've got a like in their breakdown. He goes, "I'm American because my parents fucked."
That's actually like
That's pretty sick.
that's sick.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
I said the name of the movie.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
In the movie.
Well, yeah, so we'll see you again July 12th with the whole band along with Etheria,
Yep.
Lucifer,
Hell yeah.
at the Cobalt.
Can't wait.
Your first Cobalt show.
First Cobalt show,
Oh,
man.
man.
We're gonna blow the roof off that place.
Yeah?
And- oh yeah, they're gonna hear us all the way from the American
Oh,
across
yeah.
the road. They're gonna hear us from the fucking.
They hear us from the Fox, man.
Fox, yeah, dude. Yeah,
go.
yeah. It's gonna be sick. I have played the Cobalt before, but in other projects, and
But
like,
Goo is not.
but not Goo.
That's
And like
not.
I've always wanted to. So yeah,
Oh,
it's super exciting. July 12th.
Real quick, what place have you guys played then? Green Auto.
Green Auto is zillion billion
Yeah.
trillion.
Red
times.
Gate. That's where we saw you guys.
Yeah,
Red Gate.
That's where we saw you
Yeah,
guys.
so we saw you.
We've played Bullies
Oh, yeah.
Studios.
Nice.
Shout out Bullies, they rock.
Yeah, man.
We played the most recent one is a place called China Cloud Studios, which has been around since forever. But it's like super hole in the wall, super
Yeah.
tiny, not exactly a Goo stage.
Yeah.
Like it's just I don't know. Actually, anything can be a Goo stage as long as we're on it and playing our music. But it was just so small and hot. Oh man! But China Cloud Studios was cool.
Whereabouts is it?
It's like Maine and like Union area, like
Okay.
I
right,
didn't know where-
like close to the Cobalt.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Never
Yeah,
noticed
it's
it,
like just a door nestled between two
That's
like,
sick.
groceries.
You gotta like,
Like,
you gotta like knock on the
genuine
door,
hole,
like they open.
genuine hole.
So
Yeah.
Crazy.
Played at the mezzanine.
Nice.
cool.
That was a great
Shout out.
experience. Yeah, big shout out to the mezzanine. They fucking rock. Yeah, shout out GOO. I feel like I'm missing a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few.
Well, there we go.
But got dream ones, you know, like would love to play the rickshaw one day. That's
Ooh, yeah.
Oh wait, what the fuck?
What?
Wise Hall, Russian Hall. Those
Oh,
were
nice,
like
yeah.
really good stages to play, the biggest ones.
Yeah.
The sound at the Wise Hall and
It's really nice, yeah.
at Russian Hall, just incredible, man. It's really good production there. I mean, Green Auto and Red Gate, they
course.
shine too.
Yeah.
But yeah, really want to play like the Rickshaw, the Pearl, eventually the Hollywood. You know, like obviously that's like the dream locally.
Yeah, of course.
I want to.
Commodore, right?
Yeah, exactly. Rickshaw, especially, like, I just got, like, a special, I love that place. I love, like, the raked pit.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, it's a great spot, and I've seen great shows there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cobalt coming
Oh,
up.
yeah. Cobalt, July 12th.
Yeah, baby.
GOO, Lucifer, and Etheria. Doors at 7. Get your tickets while they're high and ready. 8 p.m. music starts.
Mm-hmm.
GOO, man, you got any last words for the audience here tonight?
Yeah. Let's see. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Do the thing that makes you excited and scared. Don't stop before you try. Like, these are all just like things you would buy at like a Winners. And my mom would buy and put above a door.
But there's a reason why they're buying it.
There we go.
Yeah, like live, laugh, and love. But no, like, just like, don't run away from fear. Grab onto it and use it. You know, it's once you take that step towards moving towards where you want to be, like that's like you can just get there. Like you and it will happen quicker and easier than you know if you take that first step. But you will never know if you don't get out of your comfort zone and take that first step, whatever it may be. Whether it's going to your first show, whether it's drinking that last beer, whether it's buying that last bag, or calling the person you've been afraid to call, or whatever. Like, make those reparations within yourself and make the changes you need, or you will stay put and look back and wish you did it. So do it now.
Yeah. Well, man, thanks for the wise words, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with that, we'll see you July 12th.
See you.